You know, Jim, when somebody is going to shop for a car these days, intender or non-intender, they have 1,000 options.
Yeah. There's dealers everywhere, on every point.
Yeah, you know, and now you got the internet to complicate matters, right?
Sure.
So the big question is, why would anybody choose you, or why should anybody choose you? And see, what people are desperately seeking when they're out there shopping is for something we call a buying preference.
Absolutely.
Because they don't want to make a wrong decision. They're terrified of that. So if we can hold their hands and walk them through the process and cause them to have a strong preference for doing business with us, well, the transaction becomes smoother, and by the way, the grosses become higher, right?
It's about having a reason why someone should choose you and do business with you over all their other choices or options.
And the reason why is important. You need to have a reason why someone should do business with you ever, and a reason why someone should do business with you now.
Right now, that's right. It makes everything more believable too, and credible, and that's important.
That's right. And so many dealers make a huge mistake of believing the reason to do business with them is because of their vehicles. Yeah. But the problem is, let's face it, you get your vehicles from the same auctions, the same sales, the same place. The vehicles are commodities. I mean, and they're priced as commodities in the little book, right?
Right.
And so we don't even have flexibility on the pricing so much. Although, you know, some people would beg to differ there. You know, you have some latitude there, but in the consumer's mind, they can go and get a commodity level price on a vehicle.
Anywhere.
That's right. And so the vehicles aren't what sets you apart, because we've all got the same kind of vehicle.
So in order to separate yourself, we have to do something completely different. We have to stop selling the vehicles, and we've got to begin selling solutions.
That's right.
Begin selling something more unique to the individual dealership.
We need to start talking about benefits instead of features, right? We need to start selling the deal in the dealership and not the vehicle.
Yeah, what's unique about the dealership themselves and the offer in which the dealership can make right now for the customer?
That's exactly right. So now, ultimately, when you get this reason why and this buying preference in order, you need to create an advertisement around it. And I want to
make an advertisement that sells.
Right. Now, I want to go over some of the effective elements of an advertisement so that everyone can walk away with a list of these elements and to use in their own ads.
If you don't have these elements, or you're missing one or two of these elements, it really could spell disaster for your marketing piece.
That's right.
It's got to be there for it to be effective.
The first thing you need is in print is a headline, right?
Absolutely.
Which is an ad for the ad.
Well, normally a dealer makes a critical mistake here, because if you look at most car dealership advertising, the headline of their ad is the name of their dealership. The big banner right across the top.
Then you need to clearly and quickly communicate that buying preference, right?
What is the reason why to do business with you versus everyone else? And then you need to boil down that buying preference into what we call a GPS, a gravitational positioning statement. A statement that attracts customers to you, like objects are attracted.
Sure. And then you need a believable story, right? Where the believable story is the reason why you're having this event or this sale or doing what it is you're doing.
What?
Yeah.
Are you talking about putting stories in car ads?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Something other than cars.
It's unbelievable, but it is absolutely critical.
Well, two other things that make a big impact are guarantees. Guarantee something in your advertisement, and then use testimonials, stories. More stories from past customers who are very satisfied.
Now, we had talked about the fact that you need to have a reason to do business with you overall and a reason to do business with you now.
Right.
That brings us to our next point, which is that you have to have specific and time-sensitive offers. You have to create urgency in the ad. Reasons why people have to take action right now. Because let's face it, people are lazy, they don't like to do stuff, so in order for them to do stuff, you got to push them.
And on top of that, you need to have a call to action so it's very clear what they should do next. Call this number, visit this website, or go to this address. And you know, and too many times it's too vague, ambiguous. Just having a map is not enough. You've got to tell them what to do.
And then you've got to tell them who you are and where and how to get to your place.
Now, and sort of as a little bonus on top of this, if you use a two-step offer, which is something that the person can do other than call or come in, like get a special report or a copy of a book or audio or video program that you've created.
This is a key gravitational strategy which allows a dealer to build a relationship with a client first before they ask them to buy.
That's excellent.
Now, in addition to theme creation, writing, and designing your flyers, we'll print them, sort them, store them, and deliver them to Canada Post at pre-specified intervals, so the traffic just keeps on coming all month long. You won't lift a finger or break a sweat with this promotion. It's literally done for you, 100% soup to nuts. We do all the work, you reap all the rewards.
And Jim, when consumers are shopping today, they're looking for two things more than anything else, especially right now in today's climate.
It's critical right now.
They're looking for confidence and they're looking for value. Okay, so whether or not you deliver those to the customers really determines whether or not you're going to get the customers and what kind of profit you're going to make.
Yeah, whether you're going to keep that customer for the long haul.
That's right. And see, people want to be led. They don't want to make. We mentioned this earlier. They don't want to make a terrible mistake. They're looking for like a stern but loving parent. We mentioned a lot of times.
They want someone to show them the way, show them the right way. Because one of the big things right now is that people are busy. They're bombarded with marketing messages. Mm-hmm. Their time is at a critical capacity.
There's a lot of conflicting information out there on the internet and on TV, and it's confused. It's difficult to know what's truth and what's fiction.
Yeah. So they're looking for somebody to say, "Do this."
They're looking for a trusted advisor.
That's right.
Most car dealers, they're acting like product pushers.
Absolutely. They're hucksters instead of helpers.
Yeah, that's
the image that they've got.
Now, what you want to do is, as you position yourself and create this brand around yourself as a trusted advisor, which is critical. That's what you need to do. Then what you want to do is create a brand image and name that immediately communicates the biggest benefits you offer. See, too often it's Metro Motors. Well, what does that communicate? That you've got cars. That's product pushing.
Yeah, exactly. And then once you have these cool brand themes, brand identities that convey a big benefit, right, you need to wrap that entire thing up into a theme.
Yep.
Something that ties in with the conversation that's already going on inside the prospect's head. When somebody's thinking about
so it's got to be timely, it's got to be relevant, it's got to get people excited.
Right.
Now finally what you need is marketing congruency. Huge mistake we see all the time.
This one is really, I think, a deal killer for a lot of people.
Yeah, well, because you see a direct mail piece goes out and it says something different than what the radio ad says, right? Which is totally different than how they answer the phone at the dealership. And then when you actually show up, there's no evidence of either things having existed.
Well, I mean, and we've seen it, the worst of it happen when you make an offer in a mail piece or in a marketing media like radio or television, and then when you go to the customer actually goes to the dealership.
They've never even heard of the offer.
They never even heard of it.
Yeah, never heard of it.
And you laugh at that potentially, yeah, but that happens every day on dealerships all over the place.
It needs to all go together. This stuff is critical. This is the icing on the cake, that's why it's the final tip. By positioning yourself and branding your dealership in such a way, this is how you can make a lasting and sustainable impression on the market and capture more than your fair share.
So if you want to tap into a perfect brand while everyone else is relying on the same old, lame old names and marketing themes everyone's heard 1,000 times before, you can be plugged into our pre-existing, pre-built brand names that will be an instant boost to your new marketing. Plus, we create timely and relevant promotions that get people to pay attention and respond. You have a reputation to uphold and a brand image to protect. Everything that we create is crafted and customized by the finest artists in Canada. We guarantee that the design of your marketing piece will be the slickest you've ever seen. This is marketing that not only works, but you can be proud of.
Now, it's really important that you keep that marketing congruency up. You've got to continue the conversation with them online and offline by using video on your website, theming your landing pages to be congruent with your promotion, sending an email and printed newsletter to your past customers, and creating a truly gravitational marketing experience at the dealership using point-of-sale material that matches the promotion. Now, this can get a bit overwhelming, which is why we do it all for you when you work with Fusion Marketing. We've just shared 3 very powerful strategies that you can put into place immediately at your dealership. First, we showed you how to uncover an abundant and untapped source of likely buyers that most dealers don't even know about. Then we talked about communicating in a way that's unforgettable and how to become the only and obvious choice to do business with. Finally, we showed you how to create irresistible attraction.
Now, I know this isn't the typical conventional information you hear about in the car business, but this is what it takes right now in this economy to be successful. Now, is it a lot? Yes. Is it easy to implement? No. But if growth is your goal, then these gravitational marketing strategies are your only option.
Now here's some good news for you. You could take the bypass, hop on the expressway to subprime riches, and increase your traffic, sales, and profits to a level never experienced before. It's out there. It's within your grasp. You just need to do one simple thing. Decide you deserve it, and give it a shot.
If you know you could use a little help putting all this in place, we've got great news. We can do it all for you. We'll handle all the details, and we'll do it risk-free. See, because you're part of the Why Management Seminar, we're able to offer you a complimentary GeoSpot analysis It's where it all begins.
And during this analysis, we'll use our proven formula to find out where the pockets of highly lucrative, subprime, pre-owned customers are around your dealership, and then show you your potential opportunity to profit from this untapped resource. And then we'll show you exactly how we can reach them and get them into your dealership.
Are you attracting all the special finance and pre-owned customers you can handle? Are you one of the smart dealers who's doubling, tripling their traffic and profits by tapping into this highly lucrative but hidden market? Let us be your guide. Let us show you the way.